I love you, Bo. Of course, I'll call you as soon as I know anything. Bye. Well, anything?
Sorry. Look, I checked the front desk to see if Drew had left any messages about...
Patty?
Nothing.
This city is huge. There are 1 million places to hide. 10 million places. What makes us think that we're going to find one person out of all those million? I'm reminding myself that she's not my little girl. She's a grown woman with very adult problems. And it kind of helps a little, you know, to know that she's not a child.
Does it?
It's going to take a miracle to find her, isn't it, RJ?
No. All it's going to take is a lot of hard work and patience. Okay, or maybe a small miracle or two.
Do you believe in miracles, RJ? Lovely, isn't she?
She sure is. Is she available tonight? Because I would like...
I'm sorry. Rocky's already booked to escort another gentleman tonight.
Can't we adjust her schedule just a little?
Our bookings are made in advance. It's not our policy to alter an assignment once it's made.
Well, how much to change that? Ma'am, how much to make Rocky my date tonight?
Hey, I thought you were at work. Harrison, you okay?
No, I'm not okay.
You don't look so hot. I mean, you look pale. You sound, are you sick? What was that about? Hey, look, you're always telling me to talk about it when something's bothering me. Well, apparently something's bothering you. Talk to me.
Come on, Thon, get it together. Sorry for kicking your drink there, old buddy. Here you go. What in God's name's taking so long? Why isn't she here?
I am here.
Well, did you talk to Dylan? Did you tell him the truth?
I guess our policy just changed. Rock. Looks like this is your lucky night. This gentleman has excellent taste, and the bank will approve it.
Just what I like. A man who knows what he wants.
Thanks. So can we go now?
Oh, Rocky, we'll meet you later, Mr.
Jones. Drew Jones.
Mr. Drew Jones. Our ladies meet their dates at a restaurant or hotel.
Of course, sure. No problem. I'll be there in an hour.
In your room?
If that's a problem,
No, not at all.
In an hour, then. Thank you.
Don't blow this, Rocky.
I won't.
This is a customer worth cultivating. Repeat business is worth thousands. I don't want him to even think about taking his business to another service.
Okay.
Remember, your share comes at the end of the evening from the client. So the better you are, the more he'll tip. Think of it as a on-the-spot performance evaluation.
Yep. It's right there. Right where it was last time.
Yeah, right.
You all right? What's going on with you, huh? You been wound tighter than a drum? You way off the game?
I don't know, I just pulled a little muscle in my back or something, that's all.
Well, what are you doing here?
I mean, what am I doing here? Where am I supposed to be?
Well, maybe hold up for a couple days with your wife, you know, a little romantic getaway. I mean, especially after everything you've been through. Or maybe not. Look, Dylan, I don't want to butt in here, but...
Well, okay. I'll tell you what, Max, you take that instinct and you run with it, buddy.
No, I'm family. I get to butt in. Something going on with you and Marty?
Yeah, something's going on.
Yeah, what?
Listen, I don't know. She's doing a lot of talking, but none of it's making any sense, all right?
Margaret, please. My whole life hangs on your answer.
I'm sorry I didn't tell him. I mean, it's not what I mean. I mean, well, it's not what you think. I didn't tell him, but we haven't seen each other.
I don't understand.
Well, when I got back from the docks, Dylan wasn't home yet, and I was so exhausted that I had to get some rest. Well, and then this morning, I woke up alone. And I just went over and over what I wanted to say. It's not easy to find the right words. I mean, how do you say something like that? And, well, anyway, so I went downstairs, and he wasn't there. I guess he came in after I went to sleep and left before I got up. But he left a note. He said he was going to the community center, and he knew that I was exhausted, and he didn't want to disturb me.
Seems a bit odd, doesn't it? Considering he's the one asking all the questions.
Well, I don't know. I think he's just trying to give me my space, that's all. I don't even think he's really conscious of what he's doing. I'm not being clear. I think he doesn't want to hear what
Is that what you want?
What?
Is that what you want, Margaret? You want your space? Now that you're back here in the real world, and you're safe again with Dylan, are you having doubts about how you feel about me?
Hey, no, I'm cool. Everything's fine. So, did you talk to Nora?
No. I had, some errands to take care of.
Did you?
Yeah. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah?
Yeah. We got some celebrating to do. I'm gonna get my good name back. My record's gonna be officially cleared. My whole future's gonna be wide open. And I'm in love with a woman who says she loves me. So let's go somewhere and dance.
It's funny, you know, this morning, that's exactly what I wanted to do. I was feeling great, and you were kind of weird.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry about that. I was kind of in a funny mood, huh? But I'm feeling a whole lot better now.
Do you?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Okay. You want to just get down to it? Hmm? You want to tell me what's bothering you? If something's wrong, tell me.
Yeah. Okay. I want to know what kind of business you have with Carlo Hesser.
And, what are we talking about?
Come on, don't lie to me.
You've been lying to me all along. I saw you come out of Carlo Hesser's suite.
Wait a second, you followed me?
No! You were going to leave this morning. You were going to go talk to Nora. Look, I was so excited I couldn't sit still. I was telling everybody how Javier was going to help you finally clear your name. But, I mean, you know, not everybody was excited about this as I was. In fact, Bo and Hank thought it was kind of bizarre that Javier was coming forward like that all of a sudden. They didn't know if they could believe him.
Figures.
So I got really ticked off with those guys. I really busted Hank's chops for not believing in you from the very beginning. He never even gave you the benefit of the doubt. I mean, I really got in their faces. And then Bo, he set me off on an assignment. Frankly, I think it was just to get me out of Hank's face. And he told me to go over and question Carlo Hesser about what he was doing on that yacht. And when I got there, I heard these voices, and he was going to come out with somebody, so I got out of sight, and I watched. And I watched him walk out with you. And it was like the two of you were old pals. That's what I'm talking about.
All right. I'll tell you everything. As long as you're sure you want to know.
Is there a reason why I wouldn't want to know?
It's a long story. And it could change everything for us. I'll tell you. But you better make sure you want me to.
Oh, wait, where do you think you're going?
I am not going to sit here in this hotel room any longer. Drew's out checking out the escort services, and I'm going to start casing out the bars at the local university.
Wait.
We start with Fordham Law School.
No, before Drew and I left, you hadn't eaten. Now, have you eaten since?
I'm not hungry.
Nora, listen to what I'm telling you. If you keep going like this, you're going to burn out. If you burn out, you're going to lose your edge. Things will get by you. You won't notice things, and you won't be listening. Now, we can't have that.
I am here in New York City. I'm not going to stick around in some hotel room.
I found her. I did. I found Rachel.
Oh, my God.
Well, come on, man. Where is she?
Well, she was on the list at one of the escort agencies. But I got lucky, because I got a date with her tonight.
Way to go, man.
You're kidding me. All right, when? Where? I don't think I'm going to be able to live long enough to
wait a minute,
see her.
Wait a minute. You can't go anywhere near Rachel right now. Not yet. I mean, look what happened the last time in Philadelphia. I gotta have some time.
To do what?
To win her trust.
Ah, he's right.
Think about it. She doesn't know me. She has no idea I'm family. And it's gotta stay that way until she can gain confidence in me. I mean, if she sees either one of you, she'll be gone in a heartbeat.
It's like at the bus station. If she sees us, she's going to bolt. I mean, this chance won't come again, and if we blow it, Rachel could be gone forever.
No, Patrick, nothing has changed since last night. I have no doubts about my feelings for you. No second thoughts.
I'm glad.
I'm sorry I worried you.
I'm fine.
I'm just not finding this very easy.
Yeah, I can tell.
And I came because I knew you'd be wondering.
Wondering. It's going bloody bonkers, more likely.
I just wanted you to know where things are.
Thank you.
I think I also wanted, some courage. It's just that Dylan, he's my husband, and he does love me, and he's never done anything to deserve the way I'm gonna hurt him.
When I was 17, my dad expected me to finish my schooling and to help him run the stable. He was counting on me his whole life, he told me. And, well, I wanted to go to college. I knew I didn't just have to say no to him. I'd have to say goodbye, and I knew how much I'd hurt him. So the day I had to go into the study and tell him I was leaving to live my own life, my own way, be true to myself, my mother gave me this. She said it would give me courage. And I think perhaps it did. Margaret, if you're still having doubts, I can't tell you what's right and what's wrong. Much as I love you, I can't tell you what's in your heart.
Oh, I know you can't, even if you... It's just not that simple. I belong with you. My heart is yours. It's just so hard to disregard my marriage vows and the love that Dylan has for me. It's just...
You must go then. And when you see him, you'll do what you think is right.
I'll come back. Will you be here?
Well, I've cleaned everything in this place at least twice. If I don't get out of here, I'm gonna go mad.
Well, where then?
I don't know. What about on top of Lantano Mountain? That place, you can see the whole valley.
Lookout Point? Sure.
Good. So I'll see you there. Sunset.
All right. I'm sure I'll see Dylan before then. Who knows, maybe I'll be there waiting for you.
Margaret, I know you mean that, but...
I do
no,
mean
please,
that.
wait, let me finish, please. I've been blessed to have known your love and to have known your heart. No matter what comes after this. So, if it happens that you can't climb the mountain and come to me, I won't hound you. Because it will have been enough. It will have been enough to know that you loved me once and that you told me so. The rest is silence.
I will be there. Don't hold your breath, Patrick. Marty will never have the guts to leave Dylan.
You know, we can talk about this, you know. I mean, I think I can understand why you might be uptight. Your wife being shipwrecked with her former lover. But come on, what I'm saying is that maybe you should just let this go. Dylan, Marty is back home with you, okay? You know, I just think that whatever happened on that island, you should just try and forget about it.
Could you do it? Could you forget about it?
I don't know. I will tell you this much. I've been on the other side of this problem. I made my mistakes with Luna. And Luna forgave those mistakes because she had faith in our love. And it's because of that we survived.
Yeah, well, I wish I had my sister's faith, but I don't. And this isn't about forgiveness. This is about what Marty feels in her heart. Either she wants to be with me or she doesn't. It's as simple as that. You know, life's not that simple. The world doesn't square up all nice and neat, and the answers aren't all that cut and dried. Not for people like me.
Come on, don't fall back on that kind of crap for people like me. You think you've had a hard life? So have I. But things are going great for you. You got the diner, you're clerking for the best defense lawyer that anybody could ever lay eyes on, and it looks very well like you're going to get your name cleared. So why would you even want to go near a crook like Carlo has?
You don't know the whole picture. So don't go off on how everything is going okay. I couldn't get the mortgage for the diner.
What?
No, I couldn't. Look, the deal was going to fall through. All right, Juanita had other investors, other buyers. That's when RJ came and offered me a loan.
Oh, you didn't.
I did. It was either RJ or nothing. So I took the deal.
Okay, no, I get the picture. I don't want to hear any more of it.
No! You wanted me to tell it, now you're going to hear it all. The payments were huge. I was trapped. The boiler broke down, so I had to go to RJ for an extension. He speeded up the payments. Then Chris got into an accident in Joy's car, so I had to get money to help him out. I went to RJ again, and the answer was no. That's when Carlos stepped in. Yeah, he offered me a way out in exchange for a favor. Like I had a choice. So Hessel gave me an assignment. It was to go to some...
Okay, stop. Look, I don't want to hear any more of this, but just stop.
Eat, Nora.
Who's the Jewish mother around here? I can't help it. I can't believe that Drew is out there with Rachel somewhere and I haven't even laid eyes on her.
Now, you're just gonna have to trust the boy.
Oh, I do. I trust Drew completely.
Well, then we should be celebrating our incredible good luck. I mean, he walked into that escort service cold, and whose first face he lays eyes on is Rachel.
I know.
We needed a miracle.
I know.
And we got one.
I know. I know you're right. I'm not arguing with you. You know, it probably feels like I am.
Well, it always feels like you're arguing with me. That's just the way things are between us.
You know, that's not true. I think we did very well on this whole adventure here. Why do you always think everything has to be an argument? What? If you've got something to say, why don't you just say it, RJ? I'm arguing, aren't I?
Come on, come on. If it'll help you get through this, give me your best shot.
No, it's just no fun when you just sit there and take it. It's an awful lot of responsibility we put on Drew.
Now, just a minute ago, you told me you trusted him completely.
Do you?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. He's sharp, reads a situation, handles it on his feet.
Sounds like you when you're at your best.
Hey, I still am. But this is not about me. Please, eat something.
I can't. You know what? I want to go back to the hotel room in case Drew calls.
No, Nora, sit down.
No, I want to go back to the hotel room.
You can't.
Why not?
Please, just sit down. You really aren't getting this.
No, I'm not.
You can't go to the room because Drew is there with Rachel.
How did he get her back there already?
God, Nora. Because that is where people have meetings like this. In hotel rooms.
Hey.
love that dress.
It works. So, where are we going to take me tonight?
Well, I thought maybe nowhere.
Excuse me?
Well, I thought actually, we could stay right here.
But, I got all done up for you tonight. I thought you were going to take me out on the town and, show me off.
Well, I really don't know the town that well, and I don't have anyone to show you off to. To be totally honest, you know, I find New York kind of overwhelming. And I actually just would like some company instead of sightseeing. Is that okay? You don't mind if we stay in tonight, do you?
You're the boss. Sure we could have some fun, whatever we do.
I'm sorry. I thought you wanted to hear it all.
God, I don't believe this. I don't understand how somebody so strong, so proud, so bright could be just so scarred.
Go ahead, say it. But you weren't there. You didn't have to make the calls. All right. There's the whole story.
No. That's not it.
What?
You said Carlo asked you to do a favor. He gave you an assignment. What was it?
I had to collect some money he was owed. It was no big deal. And it earned me the money to help Mrs. Ramirez out.
A woman who couldn't make her back rent.
Yeah. At least I did something right.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, you going around playing Robin Hood makes everything just peachy. And you're really okay with this?
Do I look like I'm a man that's okay with this?
Okay, what about Javier Perez all of a sudden deciding to come forward to testify? Did Carlo arrange that, too?
I'm sure he did. But I didn't ask for it.
You got it.
He's a powerful man, Carlo. He just makes things happen.
Apparently.
Look, I've been real straight with Esther from the beginning. I told him what I was willing to do and what I'm not. I've got this under control.
You really think you can ride this tiger? Hmm?
I'm doing okay.
Tonio, how long do you think it's going to be before that tiger turns around and swallows you whole?
I keep telling you, I can handle this.
Bull, and you know it. Either that or you're blind. Carlo Hesser is a world-class criminal.
Was. There's no proof of that since he came back.
Nothing that we could take before a judge, no. But are you telling me you really believe that Carlo Hesser is clean? Antonio. Just, okay, forget that I'm a cop. Just look at me as somebody who loves you with all my heart. Tell me, since you've been out of Statesville, is there anybody who knows you like I do?
Not since I got out, no.
I know. You can't be that comfortable with all this. I know what a good person you are, and I know how smart you are. And I understand that you got backed into the situation with the diner. I understand that you took the offer that was given to you. I'm not stupid either. But come on. How long do you think it's going to be before Carlo Hesser makes you do something that you can't live with? What happens then? You really think you can go up to Carlo Hesser and tell him thanks, but no thanks, and walk away? Antonio, Can't you see if you continue down the same road you're on, you're only going to get yourself killed?
Dylan, Marty could have backed out your wedding day, but she didn't. Patrick did his best to sweep her away with him, but she wouldn't have anything to do with it. She walked down that aisle, straight into your arms and said, I do. Look. Look, if she chose you before she even took her vows, why do you think it would be different now?
Because, Max, she has been on some stupid little island with a guy. She goes and she's going to try and save him, and he ends up saving her. Because ever since she took those vows, she has never, ever really let go of him. No matter what she says.
Oh, Jane, do you think Rachel would have had a better time of it if Hank and I had a better marriage?
Oh, Nora, please, do not start the where did we go wrong thing. Fine. Truth is, I don't know. But I do know going over the past is no good. It's over. There's a whole world of things it might have been.
Oh, don't you start with that. I mean, that's in the past.
Well, that's what I'm saying, Nora. About more things than you can imagine. I mean, I wasted a lot of hours trying to rewrite history. If you wove all those hours together, you got about half my life. Which means I only lived half my life. And all that looking back is not living. All there is right now.
Doesn't sound like you believe much in second chances.
Oh, well, that's not true. I do. But it's not always up to you. You can want a second chance. You can think you deserve a second chance. You can think you've earned it. It doesn't mean you'll get it. There's a whole world of things you can want and not get any of them. There's a whole lot of places you can wind up that you never meant to be.
And, you know, that's about it. Once my mother died, I left Atlanta, and I've kept pretty much to myself since then.
God, that must have been so hard to lose your mother. I can't even think.
Well, you know, listen, things happen, and you either, you deal with it or die. So are you close to your mother?
Used to be, when I was a kid. But we used to fight all the time, and I couldn't take it, so I went to live with my father. Not that he was any less tough, but I loved him so much.
Well, he didn't die.
No, he didn't.
But something went wrong between you and him, or?
I just don't think there was enough space for me to be myself.
Yeah.
He's a big person, not just physically. When you're in a room with him, most of the air, most of the space is taken up by him.
Not enough for you, huh?
Both my folks, they had my whole life planned out for me. Not that they ever asked me what I wanted, you know. You're gonna go to school, be a lawyer, marry a nice guy.
A lawyer, wow.
Don't be too impressed. I never got that far. It just wasn't for me.
So what is for you?
I don't know.
I mean, how do you like your life here? Enough room? Enough air? Not too much? I mean, are you happy with the way your life is here?
Who knows? I mean, yeah, I'm happy with my life here. I mean, What's wrong with it?
Well, nothing. Listen, I wasn't saying...
Look, I'm sorry. You're right. Look, it's getting kind of late. And, we've had our date. Can I go now?
Yeah, of course you can.
I haven't done that much.
Yeah, you did a lot. I had a good time. Can you come back tomorrow? Please? I don't want to lose out to one of David's clients that has more money than I do.
Sure, I can do that. It's a date.
You're just gonna sit there? Nothing else to say? Damn it, Harrison, what do you want me to do? I told you the truth.
No. That's the whole point. You didn't tell the truth till I trapped you. Just when I thought that we could share everything. We could talk about anything. All this time you were keeping something from me that was so huge.
That's why I kept it from you. Look, I knew it was going to put you in a lousy position. I knew you wouldn't understand it. You wouldn't think I could handle the situation.
And you believe you can?
I know what I'm doing. Andy, what do you want me to do?
I don't know.
So are you still with me? Or not?
I don't know.
Go away. Just leave me alone.
Well, I can see that you are certainly, keeping busy.
What do you want from me, Blair?
Nothing.
Oh, nothing. Why are you hanging around here?
Well, to tell you the truth, Patrick, I find this little drama of yours too fascinating to walk away from. Okay, the truth. I'm worried about you. You can go up to Lookout Point, but all you're going to see is a nice sunset. And I understand why you have to go through with it, but Patrick, she's going to let you down again, and I hate to see that.
It's none of your business. Not that it ever stopped you.
You know, when are you going to learn, Patrick? I mean, weren't we here at the exact same spot right before Marty and Dylan got married? And didn't you tell her then that she belonged to you and that your love was destined to be? Huh? What happened? She walked down that aisle, looked you right in the eye, and said, I do, with all of my heart to Dylan. So what makes you think it's going to be different this time,
I told you
huh?
before, this is none of your business. And it will be different now. Because Margaret knows now what she couldn't admit to herself before. She loves me.
Patrick, it doesn't matter what she knows or doesn't know. What matters in the end is what she has the guts to go through with. And unless you wake up to the facts, you are going to be chasing this dream for the rest of your life.
Your shot. Game's over, you win. Don't be a jerk. Glad you're home safe, Marty.
Thank you, Max. Look, sorry I fell asleep last night. I really wanted to talk to you, but I was exhausted. Why did you leave so early this morning?
I thought you needed time to think.
Look, obviously you're really angry, but maybe...
Look, whatever you came here to say, why don't you just say it, huh?
Could you just stop with that?
Yeah. Come on, let's get it over with. Are you leaving me?
Dylan! Dylan! Dylan? Oh, God.